Happiness Wellness Talk, where together we will discover how to live well.
Okay, cool.
Good? Sounds good.
We are recording. We've been recording.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back.
We're going to do something a little different, right?
Yeah, this week we are talking about how our relationship to our body.
Yeah, so I thought it would be fun because I'm already a chiropractic patient of yours.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually kind of like afraid and not convinced that it will actually help me. Because I already been burned before in the past.
Let me ask, when was your first chiropractic experience?
It was when I got into a car accident, and then it was a pretty bad one. I was in a lot of severe pain. And I remember when I went to the chiropractor, I was just referred by by Kaiser at the time, and I was probably like 22 or 23 years old.
Pretty young.
And I had never done a chiropractic session before that. So after that, I went to the chiropractor and they're like, okay, you can get 10 visits, and they were telling me already before, you're probably going to use all these 10 visits and you will not be fixed based upon your injury. And I was like, all right.
It's like diagnosed, done.
Yeah.
You're coming me for forever and you won't be fixed.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
like that.
So I was like, okay. So they don't even like kind of felt like they don't believe in it as well. They don't believe in this referral.
I'm very sorry for that experience, but I want to know, like, what was that probably is not a happy experience for your chiropractor.
Not at all. And the chiropractor, when I go there, he does like an x-ray and everything. Again, and he's a male. And I did not feel very comfortable with him touching me and all that stuff.
I'm not against to a male chiropractor. Sometimes there are some good male chiropractor, but if you prefer a female chiropractor, definitely look for a female chiropractor. There's a lot, okay?
95% of the doctors that I've had that were male, they don't touch me in a professional way. They
don't know. They just do it.
They just do it, and they don't. They're not like mine. Like maybe they feel like they do it so often that they can just do that.
Yeah.
And so
but
now I'm always
comfortable.
Yeah. Now after a couple like episodes, I'm like, I'm always just gonna have a female doctor.
Please look up female.
And I didn't know that you can choose.
Yeah.
You know,
if you really are afraid of these personal touch, especially chiropractor, we do touch your body. Touch your body. Okay, so so if you don't know what chiropractor
I did not like
is,
that.
look up what chiropractors do.
Yeah.
And if you decide to find a female chiropractor, definitely search because I know I do have some patients that they just prefer female chiropractor. It could be personal, they don't like the touch, or the family related, their husband don't like them be touched by other.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so
I mean,
there's
like
every possibility.
My injury is on my neck and then my low back, and so there was a lot of like just focus there, right? A lot of touch there, and then he would be manipulating my back when it was super inflamed still. And I think it was because he's mandated to do so many visits and certain types of treatments
He has his treatment plan.
He has his plan.
Yeah.
But I'm here and I'm like in pain. I'm crying at that thing that it manipulates you. Like it goes down and up like this, moving the sacrum, moving
You weren't. First of all, he didn't give you a really idea like it's possible to be healed, or maybe
and I thought it's supposed to hurt too, and so I'm like crying.
Of course, everyone's different, but at the beginning there's an inflammation stage. Like first 2 weeks, your body is still intense. Then some people have delay response. They won't feel the pain right away. After 3 weeks or a month later, then they start feeling, oh, my neck hurts,
right.
Or their pain from your car accident. They feel like after 2 years later, like, why I always get the pain on my neck, but it probably from that, but maybe not. So it's a lot of possibility. It's just that at that time you weren't having a good experience. I would say that.
Perhaps, yeah. And they were just manipulating me while they would do ice and heat and the electrotherapy thingy, and I just felt like they weren't doing anything. And there was no massage or anything like that. No, emotional component to the treatment as well.
Okay.
That was also missing.
I think that's my characters,
That's your advantage.
yeah,
Your advantage at your clinic.
in my clinic.
Yeah.
So we talked about that last episode of how I have to gain my patient's trust and understanding each
Well, you
other
observe
before-
first,
yeah,
right?
to-
They
to
just
get started.
attack.
Yeah, it's like I don't care. You know what? I'm just gonna
This is my
adjust.
plan. It's what it is. You know,
No,
they
no,
told me to
no.
go do it. So
Like,
that's how it felt like
Yeah,
for
if
me.
you like to be like bang 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 type of doctor, I may not be the first horse because I really want to know like where is it? Okay, if I think we can skip more, we'll just tell you like what we're gonna do. If you need more explanation, I definitely do think on the first visit we really need to know each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that was
let's-
my first thing.
Let's share about how when you really understand how chiropractor works. Like
I think it was through a lot of self healing first. First to like let somebody in again.
okay,
Right. So that happened
to
first.
trust the
Trust
doctor again.
And my friend Cindy is the one who helped me to do
Thank
that.
you, Cindy.
So she did like I was having I had busted my knee dancing, right? That was how
And that's
how we
I
met.
met.
That's how we met.
Should we include that?
If you have it, you have the video. I didn't even know you had a video.
I deleted it. I sent it to you, but she was having a really,
I was
really
having a grand old time dancing the night away.
Yeah.
And then, of course, not drinking water and everything. We talked about that. It was like a lot. It was like
dehydrated. Yeah.
Didn't stretch after, just immediately went to sleep and then woke up and couldn't walk. So, but then when I talked to Cindy,
she waited for a while before she see me.
I said, yeah, I did. And that's my like habit. That's how I see you too. I'm like, oh, it's been happening for like 2 weeks. You're like, you should have came
I
earlier.
was like, what?
I'm like,
That's
I
fun.
don't know. And then, so first thing was healing, was my understanding of like what chiropractic care is and that there are different types of chiropractors. They're not all the same. That's important too. So again, it's always like, don't black and white everything. There's there's a big picture going on.
Yes.
But you have to be able to, as the lay person, normal person, or injured person, be willing to see the whole picture.
Yes, and like we talk about how neck pain may not necessarily come from only neck, could be from the hip or from the back. So
uneven shoes.
Yeah. So we do orthotic in our clinic
Orthotics,
now.
yeah. So I see that too. So the first thing was that, like, mentally feeling okay, let's try it again. Still there's a barrier up, like, I haven't seen you yet.
Yeah. Or should you try or should you not? I think you were still hesitant on our
Definitely
first
still
visit.
hesitant, yeah. Because I'm like, is it gonna do anything? And again, like we talked about last episode, the 5 ways or 4 ways that you look and diagnose the patient.
Yeah, that would be the acupuncturist job.
way. Yeah,
but I incorporate that into my chiropractic patient,
which
as
I
well.
love. Yeah,
it's like 望闻问切. It's like I observe and I ask. I observe first, I listen second, then I ask, and then cut them and check the pause.
right.
Yeah.
Right. And so I felt like when I first seen you, it was like, for one, it was like, oh, it's seeing another friend again. You're like, wait, I know you.
I was like, I know you.
and then immediately I'm more and more coming down off of my defense.
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe this is a good,
yeah.
this is a good doctor-patient relationship, right? And even though we're close in age, that didn't, for me, that felt more comfortable. But I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that right away. I didn't know your age right away or whatever. But you knew mine because you ask for the birth date, right?
I'm sorry, I know too much about
You know everybody's
my
birthday,
patients.
and I didn't know anything for like a year.
Yeah.
I was just like, So I went in there, and then you did the whole thing where, how are you? You know, you observe first. I tell you what happened. You ask about more than just what happened. You ask about the whole picture. You try to get a whole picture.
I think our treatment first, second, and third, it's on the YouTube, so you can check it out. I wasn't expecting her recording.
I did record everything, and I just asked, "Hey, can I record this?"
And she is the one really pushed me into YouTube because
and you didn't want to show your face.
I was very shy at that time still because I really feel like uncomfortable in front of camera. Until now, I still very not comfortable to look into the the lens is I'm not.
It's
I don't know
weird.
where to look. It's just. Should I look into the
Look
the
into
lens
my
or
eye.
look at the monitor, or should I look somewhere else? It's like I'm not comfortable looking at a lens. So at that time, I'm like, okay, but I have no choice, right?
You have a choice.
She already put her camera. I was like, can I take my?
That's
just
how you do
it.
it.
Like, but for me, I feel I'm willing to try. So I'm like, okay, by all means, just let's do it.
But I put your link in there and everything so people
Yeah.
can see what you do.
And I'm
Yeah.
very thankful for that too.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
so
Yeah.
that's why we're doing
And
podcasts
see,
now.
now we're podcasting together.
And YouTubing.
And YouTubing, yeah.
Yeah. So do check it out because I feel like at the beginning you were still very hesitant, and
Yes.
then later on she become more open to me until she crashed down one of them. So.
And then I crashed out again. So
like, oh my
I tell
God.
Barbara everything. Yeah. Tell me what's wrong with me. But I think it's great because you say that the Asian culture is very reserved, right? We don't like to tell what's really going on with
And
us.
I would say not just Asian, because a lot of people when they're in pain, or they have a trauma or a past story that they just don't want to share it, or they don't want to face it, or they're not ready to talk about it, it's very hard.
It was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm so glad. I'm grateful for you because for holding space, for listening and not just saying, It wasn't like that. You were actually engaged. You were actually making me feel safer and not trying to give me solutions where it was like, let me just try to give her a solution because that's not helpful, but to actually listen, to be actively listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tend to talk a lot too, huh?
No, you don't talk a lot. It's like
Or-
you understand what's going on. To me, this is what my experience is. When I was coming to you with very personal, very painful issues in my heart or in my head, I was like, and I was telling you all of these things, you weren't trying to just give me a solution and trying to solve my problems because and respect.
I'm guiding you maybe.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You're just
maybe
like,
you can do
maybe
this, maybe
this.
you can, but I'm
Yeah.
not trying to control you, telling you like
You're right.
you should do this, because in the end it's your
It's your life, right?
I
So-
can't just tell you like, hey, you have to do this, you have to do that. No, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you maybe you can try this.
But you were
Yeah.
just being a good friend,
Yeah.
right? And I feel like for me personally, I don't have a lot of good friends who I could just say that my
Yeah.
truth,
Yeah.
and they actively really just listen or actively really are just there to support your decision, not
Yes.
impose
Yeah.
their life or their
No.
judgment on you, which I think it's really rare. And so that's why I think what we have is really special, like as a
Yes.
friendship, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's doubly really cool and special too that you're also my doctor. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, I feel a little bit uncomfortable every time when Megan like, hey doc. I'm like, yes, I'm your doctor, but
And sometimes I'm like, do I call her Barbara or do I call her doctor? I'll just call her Dr. Barbara.
yeah, and that's
my way.
That's how the YouTube channel came out with Dr. Barbara.
Dr. Barbara. Well, I feel like, I want to show respect because you work for your degree, right? I
Yeah.
understand that.
And I think many of my patients may not see me in white coat in my clinic because that's how I hold space for my patient too at the same time.
Like be approachable in your appearance.
I feel like it's more comfortable and more at ease when they come to me. First of all, for my convenience, wearing a white coat is so hard for me to do adjustment because I might swipe by her everyone's shoes or sandals or anything, and it may get really dirty just after one day.
Oh,
That's one thing.
You could dirty her white coat.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's seriously, I'm doing adjustment and like touching and moving,
true,
right?
yeah.
That's the one thing. Another thing is in my way when I'm doing
Well, you wear
it.
the scrub, right?
Yeah,
You wear
then
scrubs.
I decide to wear
Yeah.
the scrub. So
that looks good.
That's for my convenience. First, I feel like it's not very convenient for me to
Or
move
functional,
around.
yeah.
So, and another one would be, some people, they have white coat syndrome. When they come in, their temperature is definitely high. That's for sure.
They have what syndrome?
White coat syndrome.
Oh, they see the white coat, they start freaking
Some
out.
people
I
they get
see.
stressed out when they see a doctor. That's
True,
another
true.
thing.
Yeah.
The third thing really is not just a chiropractor, because for you, like your first visit, you were very
I used to have that.
yeah, you
I was
already,
freaking out.
Yeah,
seeing-
you already
yeah.
know chiropractor how it is, but
Yeah.
you're still afraid.
Yeah.
So if I'm on the white coat, that definitely stressed out my
Yeah,
patients.
yeah.
That's my approach, I think. So you already know I'm a doctor. Why I have to like put that? But I know I still have a lot of friends tell me to put on my white coat.
Appearances.
Yeah, I know. It's okay, but I just want to let you know, like, that's how my approach. And then the last one would be when my patients come in for, I only also do the acupuncture. It's about needles. Like if I see my nurse wearing white coat doing the needles on I get stressed out too.
You
right?
do?
Of course, it's needle.
Oh, you mean like a big needle?
Yeah,
like your needle is not scary.
Yeah, doing the blood. Well, but many people still don't.
Oh, can I talk about that?
Yeah,
because you're also my acupuncturist.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. Second part. On
okay,
the
second part.
Acupuncture. We're talking about chiro now.
Yeah. We need to take a break.
See you later.
Okay, bye. your transitions.
The information shared on this podcast does not replace any medical advice from your doctor. Our goal is to inspire and share our personal stories on health and wellness.
Okay,
welcome back. And I was just talking about wearing white coat when I'm doing acupuncture is just giving my patient extra stress. A lot of my patients are first-time acupuncture patients, and they really are afraid.
Yeah.
Like, does it hurt? Like,
who's more afraid, men or women? You have any stats on that in your clinic, in your experience? Because you know how they say men are more afraid to go to the dentist?
I think so, but again, I can't be very fair on this because I may have more female patients compared to...
in general.
Yeah. But again, I do have male patients, and when it comes to male patient to a female doctor, I think they will be afraid to show that their vulnerable side.
Really?
They most of the guys, they are very like...
stoic.
They won't show like... They will probably have facial expression like... But they won't really say. But I do have guys we're all the same. We're all human. We're like we all have feelings. So guys do feel pain too, not just girls. Yeah,
but how they express, right? Or how they feel
the way that I express,
okay with expressing vulnerability.
I wish I could share one. So I have few patients. It's very cute. It's interesting. It's female. I don't think I have a guy patient with this type of expression, but I have female patient when they come for acupuncture and then they feel tickled and they would be laughing when I was trying to put a needle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like they would be like they're not pain, but they're giggling.
Yeah, giggling.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I wanted to share what it's like if you have never done acupuncture before, what it actually feels like. So, what my experience is.
Yeah.
So, first you go into a room. It's very zen. It's very quiet. You make it's more homier than the chiropractic one.
I usually put some
music
and
I
turn off the lights.
Yeah. You put a warming.
I have a nice lamp,
a warming lamp, so it's nice and warm. So that's nice too, because I think naturally too, women are more cold in the feet and in the hands. So when you're just lying there with all the with the needles and everything, do you call them needles or do you call them something else?
They're needles.
They're needles. Okay,
it's just acupuncture needles.
Maybe that would help if you rebrand them into something else. They're like, oh, you're putting needles in me.
Acu needle, acudo.
That
doesn't sound right. But yeah, you guys know what we were talking about.
So anyway, so you do that. We have, again, you do the observe, like how are you, talk about stuff. That was another place where I broke down, where I telling you all my things, but it was cool because it felt like the needles are allowed, what it was explained to me is that you're opening channels and just allowing your body to use all the pathways in your body so that it can just do what it actually does, which is heal itself, right? Your body's always healing itself. But sometimes you have emotional and mental blocks where your chi gets blocked or your pathways get blocked or your meridians get blocked. And when you put the needle, it's like a key that unlocks the door. Sometimes, right? Sometimes you need more, sometimes you need less, whatever. And so what it feels like when you have the needle, and the needle is like this long or so.
An inch or 2 inch. Yeah.
They're not putting that whole thing.
Yeah, sometimes half inch. So it really depends. Yeah.
Right. And there's a sleeve and there's a needle inside. And all she does, this is what I see. You just tap it or something, right? Yeah. So that you apply. You're not going like this.
Yeah, different doctor has different technique. There are some acupuncturists, they will really spin the needle really hard to make sure the strain, the tight muscle are released. But I rarely do that. It really depends on condition.
I see. So all the ones that I felt were little tappies like this?
Because for me, I consider all my patients, they're very delicate. When it
I'm
comes to
delicate.
acupuncture.
Yeah, so you just do like this, and how it feels is sometimes you will feel a pinch, sometimes you don't feel at all. And how it starts to what was explained to me is like if it starts to like kind of itch and tingle,
Yeah.
it means like it's working.
Yeah.
And that's how I would feel, like, ooh, it must be working.
Something's flowing in her channel.
What I didn't like, or what was not what I didn't like, but what was uncomfortable, or what feels not like as relaxing, or would make your brain go like maybe get nervous, is the itchy or burning, a burning sensation, a little bit of burning sensation. So that's what I would feel. It's nothing crazy though.
Yeah.
I'll just be
But
like,
sometimes
oh,
I will say if it's uncomfortable, you really let me know.
okay.
Because I would take out the needle
It wasn't
and
something that
adjust it.
I
Yeah.
couldn't bear. You
Yeah.
know, it wasn't unbearable. I remember when I injured my knee when I was dancing, I could feel heat. Definitely
Yeah.
heat rushing to the area, and I would ask you all the while, like, oh, what is that? Oh, it's like, oh, it's just your blood, like that channel way is opening. That's what it was. It was blocked.
It's blocked. So
you're feeling that
yeah.
rush, you know,
When
it's open.
Yeah, when we talk about pain in Chinese medicine, it's 不通则痛. 不 means not. 通 it's flow, or 通 is like to flow. 通则痛, then 则痛 means pain. So when there's a blockage, there's pain. So when it's not flowing, there's pain. Yeah, they're stuck.
I see. Yeah. I thought it was really, besides the whole like putting a needle in you and whatever, like I felt like the concept behind acupuncture was very, I don't know, I think relatable to like the rest of your life. Like how you run your life. Like, this channel is blocked. You need to open it. And sometimes when you open it, it's like a rush of feelings and emotions, or maybe even pain sometimes.
Yeah.
But that is okay because you have to get through that so that things can flow.
Yeah, that's the attention our body was giving us.
Yeah, so I thought that whole experience as a whole was really eye-opening and just educating, and it wasn't what I was thinking. And we like to do that. We like to just build up our own little like, oh, it's going to be like this.
Yeah,
and it's going to be scary.
It's in the head.
You know, you build up your own story. Maybe you never even heard of anything. You don't know anything about what acupuncture is. And again, it's changed through the years, I'm sure, right? It's evolved to what it is now. So just to always keep like an open mind.
To try new stuff.
Try new stuff and to ask questions.
Yeah.
And I'm sure your doctor would be like so excited and passionate to tell you what it is.
Yeah.
You know, so, somebody's going to understand what the heck I do. You know, I think that's really important too. So that's been my experience, which was really cool.
Yeah, I think most of my patient, that what it bothers them most is having the needle, in their mind thinking that the needle is there, they can't move. Because there are actually some,
I felt like that.
Yes, that is what gives them most difficult, because they're staying there, they feel like the whole time they
That's
can't move.
right. Yeah, the feeling of not moving.
Yeah, but it's not that bad.
Can you move or no?
You can move, but the reason they are not moving, because there are certain points when your muscle are too tight, certain acupuncture points right on the muscle or tendon. So when you move, it pulls the needle a little bit because the whole muscle was moving. So they feel like,
and if you can feel it more.
Then they will be I can't move. But in reality, you should be relaxing when you're having the treatment.
And I think just doing it a little, like the first time is always going to be a little bit uncomfortable because you're not used to it. But I think if you go again, and you have an open communication with your doctor, and the more and more you just get comfortable, because you yourself are accepting this treatment, right? You need to be accepting of whatever you're about to receive. Otherwise, just gonna like,
what did I throw myself into?
Bounce off. Like, why am I here? If you don't believe it, if you don't believe in your own healing, because that's all acupuncture is really doing, I feel like it won't help you. So it's got to be a two-way street, right?
Yeah, I tell my patient too, if you don't believe the treatment, then
why are you here? You know,
it's I'm not trying to convince a lie to my patient if it's not working, because if it's not working, I definitely tell my patient, I'm sorry, if the bone is broken, if it's degenerative condition, it's irreversible, the cell is dead, I can't make it back. I can't stick a broken bone together. That's not how acupuncturist does. But what we can do is we can help relieve your symptoms, or we can see what is other internal problem that we can help. Because a lot of time, like 80% we are dealing with pain management, but other 20% it may be the internal, like we talked about organ theory, how all the organ, they're connected, the meridian channel, how the, for example, liver and gallbladder are related to our tendon and sinews. So when our tendon are too tight, we go into certain channel to really unplug, to unclick, to untie the knot, and to heal our patient.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
So I would check it out, and do your research, do your due diligence, do your research, ask your doctor, all the things, be smart about it, be responsible.
Yay! Thank you for that.
Okay.
I'm so happy that you are sharing this experience with my patient, because I think a lot of people still have a lot of question about this.
Which is understandable and which is okay. It's okay to have some anxieties or be nervous, but just ask.
I'll have the space for you.
Yeah, she's great.
Okay.
Bye.
I'll see you next time. Bye.
This podcast is brought to you by Dr. Barbara Chang at Happiness Wellness Acupuncture and Chiropractics in Chino, California. Find us on Instagram, happiness.wellness, and Dr. Barbara Chang for more information.